Hannu, thanks very much for joining us today. You're one of the finalists at the Proptech Innovation Awards, so just tell me a little bit more about your company.
We're created a digital asset management tool. So we're basically doing a consumer type of app, user experience to the professionals, real estate investment professionals, whether that be real estate investors or asset managers who are serving those real estate investors. And it's a SaaS, sort of software as a service, cloud-based service. For the time being, we started 2014 when we had the first MVP, minimum viable product. By that time, we were really Nordic. That means Finland, Sweden, and Norway. We progressed so far pretty well in those three countries, and Norway is actually pretty good market area for the time being. But we started the operations in sort of like what we call continental Europe, that is Holland and Germany, and now we have traction also in Germany, and I will actually tomorrow see two of prospects, and also in former Central Eastern Europe like Slovakia and Poland, where there's a lot of interest and not that much of tools, I would say, and even a couple of cases in UK.
It's quite a crowded market, Hannu. What do you think it is about your business that will potentially make you one of the successes?
I think we've taken an approach which means that let's say that all the apps and all the service providers, they go for the biggest investors in the world, and that means Blackstone, Brookfield, TH Real Estate, and those operators can actually, or players can buy anything out there in the market. But I think even if you take the combined biggest 20 or 30 or 50 real estate investors, they still cover max 2 to 3% of all the real estate assets in the world. And there's a huge amount of smaller players which just run their operations with Excel. And for those, we are delivering an affordable, very easy using, very usable product, which still does all the basics, sort of like hardcore basic stuff, rentals, values, all the matrix, what it regards the portfolios and the property assets. And we're doing all the major languages. So no US or UK based, they typically run with English language. Of course we do that. Our lead designer is an Australian living in Finland, but nevertheless, so the UI can be translated, and we've done it already 7 languages. So if you have a local, say, UK investor running a portfolio in Europe, property managers provide the rental, but they're hesitant to use US or UK based softwares because they're a bit of English, that's a bit difficult. So they want to provide the rental in French. That's okay with Assetti. It talks French, it spricht Deutsch, it talks Dutch, it talks Polish, it does Norwegian and everything. So we're the only one actually with that compelling for a smaller segment that they can run cross-border portfolios and having a really grip on the portfolio, property managers, local people. And I think we're the only one in that scenery for the time being, at least.